rolls around and pops out. So Denson unsuccessful, and I believe they've missed 4 of their last 5 or 5 of their last 6. I'm not sure, but free throwing suddenly has gone stone cold for Cal Baptist.
Of course, now we hit that because you said that, Bill. You have to keep the positive flow for them to miss. Watch him make it. Oh, you were right, Bill. He missed another one.
Anyway, the rebound's off to Wagener. He gives it to Colston, who's back in there with 2 fouls. He dishes to the wing. Now into the paint. It is fumbled away. It might have been knocked away from Everidge. That's a turnover on the Matadors. They're 13th. 16 turnovers against Cal Baptist. This is for the half, kids, not for the game. We've got 29 turnovers between the 2 teams, and we still have 2:03 to go here in the first half. Ball moved back up front. There's a steal by Hurd, stepping in front of his man. Slam dunk!
Oh my goodness, Hurd's elbows were over the rim, Bill, and the crowd likes that. That is a slam and a half.
A major league dunk as he skied over the rim and jammed it home. It's a 15-point bulge now, 44-29, a minute 40 to go here in the half.
They've got Colston in on Denson, and Colston makes Denson throw the ball away with great defense by Ray Colston.
Rusin over there to half court trying to save it, diving at the scoring table, but he can't come up with it, and now 17 turnovers against the Lancers. A couple of substitutions for the Matadors. Haynes is in there, so for the Matadors it's Hurd, Haynes, Colston, Jones, and Everidge, and Denson, Menivar, Swafford, Rusin, and Johnson for Cal Baptist. Jones with it up high for the Matadors. He's looking at his zone defense now as he moves it to Colston on the left side. Cross court to Jones. Now to the paint to Everidge on the right side. Drives to the baseline. Tried to dish along the baseline. Got it through. Dish to the wing to Colston. A three-pointer on the way is good.
I love that, Bill.
How did that pass get through along the baseline?
That was Everidge, who saw the man in the corner, was able to get a nice pass to him, and then immediately Haynes swung it to the open Colston for an easy 3.
Well, as soon as we commented about the 58% shooting by the visitors, they've gone stone cold now from everywhere. A dish inside to Rusin. He passes out to the right corner. Three-pointer on the way by Swafford, no good. Rebound volleyball back out front. Denson with it, drives the paint, comes in, puts it up right-handed from the left side, no good. Offensive, I mean it was good, but an offensive foul is going to wipe it out.
That was an easy call, and that time it was Terrell Jones who held his ground. Denson wanted to score so desperately, he just went in there out of control, and that'll be his 3rd foul.
Wow, that is a real tough break for Denson and the Lancers. And again, in the college game, I say again like we've talked about it a bunch, we haven't talked about it. In the college game, there is no arc, defensive arc under the basket that you can not stand in as a defender. You can stand under there and take a charge in the college game. Ball laid off to Everidge on the right baseline. He's holding it up against a double team. He gets tied up, and we're going to get a foul called against Rusin.
I like that they're feeding Everidge. Everidge is their low post scorer. Now, he may not see as many minutes as he'd like to see because you've got guys like Miller and Chitwood who are so active and athletic. But Keith Everidge, Cool Breeze is his nickname, Bill. He can score on the low block, and they're getting him the ball, and he's now going to the free throw line.
Rusin picks up his 2nd personal. 33.6 left in the half. Free throw on the way by the left-hander is no good as it rattles and pops out.
Must have been a breeze in the gym for him to miss that free throw. Come on, Cool Breeze, knock this one down.
Free throw is good. Matadors starting to pull away here. It's 48-29. Rusin comes out, and Daniel Zaglebny comes in for Cal Baptist. Shot clock is off. The double team is on up front. Now they come and make a pass. Burrows gets it on the left side. Goes to the dribble against Haynes to the baseline. Reverses his field, comes into the paint. Jump shot on the way is up and no good. The rebound comes long into the corner. And we got a ball out of bounds off the Matadors.
It was a good hustle play by Rob Haynes. He tried to save the ball. He just couldn't. It went off his hand. 12 seconds left in the first half. 12.7 seconds left.
Ball inbounded out front. Menivar gets double teamed, throws it across the half-court line and out of bounds on the far side. Another turnover. That is 20 turnovers in the first half against the Lancers.
Poor Cesar Menivar. He just he's really struggling. If they don't have Denson in the ball game, they don't have a ball handler.
All right, there are 7.6 seconds left here. Hurd is going to inbound to Colston. And here he comes accelerating into the front court. against the man defense. Puts it over to the right side, a pass back to him in the corner. Now the ball volleyed around and finally gets knocked out of bounds just as time runs out on the first 20 minutes of basketball. And at the end of the first half, the Matadors leading the Lancers 48-29. You're listening to NCAA Men's Basketball on IBSU.net. I'm Bill Corlett with Alan Zinsmeister, and we'll be back with more from the Matadome in just a minute.
Please be reminded that parking on campus requires a parking pass at all times. Any parking passes can be purchased for $4 at any information booth or yellow self-serve parking pass station. Parking is enforced at all times.
Shooting in the first half of play, the Lancers an even 50%. They finished 10 of 20 from the field, 1 of 3 from long range, and ended up 8 of 14 from the free throw line after starting, 5 of 5,
yes,
I think, in the first half of play. For the Matadors, they put up 29 field goal attempts and made 18 of them, a sizzling 62.1%. 4 of 9 from long range, that's 44.4%, and 8 of 13 from the free throw line. That's just slightly better than the opposition at 61.5% free throwing. Leading scorers for the Lancers, Rusin with 8 and Denson with 7. For the Matadors, Noblet with 12 and Chitwood with 10.
Matadors are going to have to shoot better from the free throw line. They shot 68% the last game, shooting 61% for this half. They have to shoot at least 70% as a team as they enter conference play, because 68%, 65%, 61% sure won't get it done.
All right, so the Matadors have a few things to work on this half. Once again, preseason basketball here. So we're going to look for fewer turnovers, more moving of the feet on defense. And here we go with the second half of play. The Lancers will inbound it to Denson. Noblet is in there starting the second half with Colston. Chitwood, Shoemake in the paint. And the ball moved around into the right corner to Johnson, back over to Denson, to the free throw line to Rusin. Against Shoemake, he can't shoot. Johnson now moves it into the corner. 14 on the shot clock. Back out front, Rusin to Johnson. Over to the left wing to Denson, a three-pointer on the way. That's good!
That was excellent movement of the ball. The Matadors were in a point zone defense, and they were pretty good, but they kept swinging the ball. As there's a three-pointer up by Noblet. Noblet comes right in and knocks down a three.
What did they take? 5 seconds to move the ball to the front court and get it in the hands of Noblet, and he nails one from the right wing to make it a 51-32 score. Once again, the lead at 19. Denson moving over here to Johnson on the right wing. Back to Johnson, back out front to Denson. He's around to the left side, back out to Johnson on the right side. Back out front to Denson, goes to the left wing against Noblet. Now tries to penetrate. Shoemake reached in there, slapped it loose. It came to Johnson. Left-hander from the right baseline, no good. Rebound off to Shoemake. He dishes ahead to Colston, gets it to Hurd, who comes in, slam dunk!
Greg Colston sees the floor so well for a 5'9" guard. He sees over people and around people and makes great passes.
I was going to say, of course he sees the floor. He's closer to it than anybody else, right? But Hurd now with his second tremendous dunk. And the Matadors with a 21-point margin here, a minute and a half gone in the second half. Johnson to the corner, Rusin, a three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound off to Hurd. Hurd slows it up for a moment and hands off to Colston, who will bring the dribble to the front court. Good to see Denson still out there, the ankle not stiffening up. Now we got kind of a man zone. What is this? Pass into the paint to Shoemake. It went between his legs and then knocked away, taken by Johnson. Turnover on the Matadors, that's 14. Thomas
really didn't seal his man well enough on that. I mean, the pass was a little slow, but Thomas has got to really seal so he can have that pass and control it.
53-32, and we're going to have a 20-second timeout for the Lancers with 17:50 left to play. The Matadors leading at 53-32.
Now, Bill, I'm going to ask you a question. You've covered all types of sports. You look at athletes, you see how they compete. What's it now, and I do like it.
They're really playing a balanced team-type ball game. All right, we're back to action now. Denson moves it over to the left side. There's a pass up high to Rusin, intended to make a slam dunk, but Hurd ends up with it, comes the other way, throws one up and in. Oh, the ball was almost stripped, and in midair, Hurd recovered the ball and somehow put it up high off the glass from almost under the backboard and scored anyway. 55-32. What a play by Hurd.
That is a great description. How Hurd got that around his waist and hip and then was able to bring that in and score it is unbelievable.
Now that was some athleticism. Bruckner is back in there for Cal Baptist. Johnson over to the wingman, Rusin. He takes a three-pointer, no good, might have gotten fouled. Rebound off to Hurd. They give it to Colston. He'll come to the front court for the Matadors. He dishes back out front to Shoemake, who has trouble with it for a moment. Oh, Chitwood seals his man, gets an inside pass from Shoemake, and an easy bucket for the Matadors, 57-32.
How about that, Thomas Shoemake, a great entry pass from a big man. That is deft touch. That is wonderful passing.
16:45 left to play. Rusin out of the left corner, declines to shoot. Johnson to Denson, out of the free throw line. Back to Rusin in the left corner, a three-pointer on the way. That comes up short. Rebound volleyed ahead to Hurd. He's coming one-on-one against Denson. Moves to the right side, tosses up, no good. Got his own rebound. That was tipped away from him, and Johnson ended up with it for Cal Baptist.
Hurd went hard to the glass. He was expecting a foul. They didn't call it, and I'm glad that they didn't. He'll have to play through that type of contact.
Matadors with this hot start in the second half, now up to 64% for the game from the field. And we get a traveling call against Cal Baptist. That is turnover number 22.
That's a 9th turnover for Junior Denson, and I talked about that when he was in the game. It didn't appear that he had as many turnovers, but even he's having trouble with this Matador pressing defenses. Jamie Miller is in the ball game, and so is Trey Peters. Noblet is still in the ball game, along with Thomas Shoemake and Jonathan Hurd.
Ball inbounded by Miller to Peters, and he'll bring it up front for the Matadors. Over to the right wing man, Noblet back to Peters on the left side, across to Noblet once more. Head fake, doesn't shoot, back up front to Peters. Dribbles, sizes up the zone, now moves it to the left side. Goes into the paint, pulls up short, 10-foot jumper on the way, no good, rebound inside to Shoemake. He goes up, blocked by Rusin. Ball comes back out to Hurd, and the shot clock was reset. Noblet holding it up right in front of his own bench, puts it into Shoemake on the right post, turnaround jumper, and blocked again by Rusin, and a foul against Jamie Miller as Burrows came up with a rebound.
I disagree with that. I don't think that was a block. Thomas got hit right on the elbow. When you see a ball go straight up in the air, that's not a block. That's usually when your elbow gets hit, it extends and your shot goes straight up. So Thomas didn't complain, which is a good thing, but he definitely got hit on the elbow.
Miller picks up his 3rd personal. That is the first foul call here in the second half. We've had a wide open track meet almost 4.5 minutes into the second half, and that is the first foul against either team here in the second half. 11 in that category. Interestingly, points in the paint are still close. It's 24-16 on that category, favoring the Matadors, although their big men have had their way for most of the last 10 minutes or so of play. There's a three-pointer on the way from the right corner. No good by Cal Baptist. The rebound grabbed by Noblet. Then he is tied up. No, he's fouled by Rusin.
Well, Noblet really did a great job because Rusin is a full 6'7". Noblet, they list him at 6'3", and I doubt if he's even taller than you. What are you, 6'1 and a half?
No,
yeah, he's
on
about,
a good day.
He's about your height, I think, but he grabbed that rebound and did a good job.
All right, Matadors, Peters brings it to the front court, gets it back from Noblet, goes to the drive down the right side, jumps, tosses into the corner. Noblet on the way for a three. No good, rebound. Score, slam dunk for Hurd.
My goodness gracious, I can barely contain myself. Hurd is slam dunking like he's Michael Jordan.
He is coming into the paint unmolested and actually went over one of his teammates. Matadors the only players in the vicinity of the basket for that rebound, and Hurd with his 3rd thunderous dunk. 59-32 Matadors. Look out. Amazing.
Matadors are not letting up. They are just pressing and just won't let up. And they've got their foot on the throat, and they're trying to crush the larynx.
Rusin tried to make a pass. Shoemake deflected it. It comes to Noblet. Here's another possible break. Oh, Noblet should have gone upstairs to Hurd for the dunk. Instead, he put it on the floor. Now a turnover the other way. Peters will slow it down.
Noblet is not as comfortable passing the ball, so just let him catch and shoot.
And he does that quite well. Now he works through the pattern, comes to the left corner, but Peters will jack a two-pointer from the left side. That is good, about a 14-footer. 61-32 Matadors. My goodness, who expected this coming into the game? Again, thinking about the contest that they had with Pepperdine.
Well, this is scary good right now, and it is an exhibition, and the Matadors should win this game. They were supposed to win the game, but they really are looking good.
Pass inside to Bruckner. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot some free throws.
Bruckner's been sitting on the bench so long, he's probably ice cold, and he got that nice entry pass, and he was ready to go up, and it was a smart foul by number 11, and That's Jamie Miller, so that's his fourth, and Miller will probably be sitting down in a few minutes, and yep, looks like Chitwood and Austin Powers will be coming in the game.
There's 3 subs over there next to the scorers table for the Lancers. Meanwhile, Bruckner's left-handed free throw is way off the mark.
Bruckner, who played at UCI, he did play against the Matadors a couple of seasons ago. He's only scored a bucket against the Matadors, and he missed his only free throw. So he's used to playing the Matadors, but he's used to having a few better players around him.
Shoemake comes out, so it's Peters, Hurd, Noblet, Chitwood, and Powers. Free throw on the way by Bruckner, no good, and the rebound taken by the White Shirts. And here comes Trey Peters for the Matadors. To Hurd, back to Peters. Tried to go around his man. It was knocked away from behind. A ball taken by Johnson. He'll come to the front court against Powers. He'll move it to the right side. Denson fakes a three-pointer and then slows it up. Matador defense there all over him. They swing it to Johnson on the left wing. Can't go against Noblet. Cross-court pass into the corner. They can't shoot there to Johnson. Into the corner to, is that Modic back in the game?
Yes, it is.
He can't shoot, so he has to move it back out front. Still 11 on the shot clock as Denson looks, throws a lob to Bruckner. Can't shoot, tried to move it across the paint. It was deflected, taken by Hurd. He'll come the other way. No, Pope takes it away for Johnson the other way. He comes underneath. Oh, a beautiful underhand, backhand layup there as he swung onto the hoop and swung it around with the left hand off the glass and in.
Nick Johnson made a great play. He stole that from Hurd and then made a beautiful finish. So Hurd is human. He can finally have a turnover.
Matadors working it around the perimeter. To Peters, he comes across and dishes back to the corner. Noblet, a three-pointer from the left corner is good.
Now that's an unselfish play by Peters. He had an absolute layup. He kicked it over to Noblet for an open three, and that's like a layup for Noblet.
Well, Peters, good to see him getting more playing time here to get comfortable because he had a nightmarish first half with turnovers, and that time an outstanding dish from underneath the basket in the paint there, whipping it across the pattern for a three-pointer by Noblet. 64-34. Here's Modic with a three-pointer on the way from the left side. That's good. So a nice shot there by the 6'6" sophomore. Makes it 64-37. Hurd quickly dishing into the right corner. A three-pointer is on the way and good by Noblet. He's got 16 now? No, he's got 21 points.
They are finding Noblet. Noblet is setting up in the corner. They're penetrating and they're kicking it to him, and he's just knocking down the shots as if it's practice.
It is nothing to him. That is insane how well he shoots that long bomb. Denson on the left wing. He sizes up a three-pointer, goes ahead, shoots it, no good. Rebound off to Hurd. He tries to break out of the backcourt, but he's reached in and fouled by Modic. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. So 11:44 left in this track meet, and the Matadors leading the Lancers 67-37.
Well, Bill, please forgive me. I'm almost coming out of my seat. My headset is wobbling on my head, but I'm so excited about the unselfish play. I really am. You didn't get a chance to see this squad last year, but